setting, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. On the visitor's sideline, there is the Giants head coach. This guy's coming off a road victory in their opener a week ago, looking to make it 2 in a row before heading home. On the Cowboys side, it's head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in week 2. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. And off we go from Arlington. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job of staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
Exiting the pocket right. He's got a man. It's Travis Hunter. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The rookie from Ole Miss put that one on target for the first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Demarion Overshown there on the tackle. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. His first touchdown of the new campaign. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. The Giants will take a 7-0 lead.
Cowboys nothing.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. But when you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 2nd and 10.
On the play. 2nd and 10. At the Giants' 30-yard line.
Now, this looks like a design run. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. A short game, down to the 7. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. The line of scrimmage, the 7 for second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That is caught by the tight end. Luke Schoonmaker. Touchdown, Cowboys. Aubrey, good with the extra point. Cowboys come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. He fields it at the 8. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get going with their second possession. So, Greg, this was not a Christmas gift in May when the schedule maker said, hi, your season's going to start with back-to-back road games. However, win the first. If you can win here and then head home 2-0, man, this season takes on a very different tone.
There's no question. And, Mike, am I crazy? Though I could make an argument that I'd rather play the away games early in the season. We're fresh. We're not beat up. We don't have a roster that's depleted, getting a lot of new guys into it. When you get into the meat of the season, middle to back end, there's a lot of new guys playing for the first time. Practices are a little shorter. Travel's a little bit harder. You're not feeling as good. So if they can somehow get 2 early road wins here, knowing that now there's a lot of home games as the season unfolds, I actually think they could be doing themselves a favor.
They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. That'll be caught. It's Hunter. And he's going to have the Giants' first down on what will be a big play there from 4th and long.
First down 10 at the 32.
A play fake. Now Dart forced to his right. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
It's second down.
They'll run when Scannaboo. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Deron Bland with the tackle.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up.
They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Giants football here to begin the second quarter. And they've got it with 3rd and 6 coming up. Out of the shotgun. It's Dart on the run to the right. Open man, right side. He's got it. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now Dart forced out wide. He'll tuck it and take off. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Jackson Dart, touchdown, New York. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him. And in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kick is good. Makes the score Giants 14, Cowboys 7.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense about ready to get going on their second possession. Hey, Greg, you think about the NFC East, I was always fond of saying, you're not allowed to rebuild in the NFC East. Think about these fan bases, Philly, Washington, Dallas, the Giants. Their fans don't stand rebuilds very often. Always feels a different pressure in this division to be one of the best teams in the league every year.
And it's just such a fun division, and last year with Washington turning it around so quickly, Jaden Daniels and Dan Quinn, what a great story that was. And then, of course, with Philadelphia, the eventual Super Bowl champs, clearly towards the end of the season, it was pretty evident, at least to all of us, that they were the best team, and that's exactly how things played out. So if you're at the bottom looking up, unlike some of these other divisions where you say, okay, maybe I'm not as far behind as it feels, in the NFC East, Mike, there's just not a lot of easy wins in your division, especially if you're the Giants.
We talk about history, and sometimes people go back 5 to 10 years. I just think back to the generations of great matchups amongst these teams. Greg, when any one of these teams goes to visit the other one, it feels like a historic NFL game because of the legacy. That, to me, is why the NFC East is one of the sexiest divisions in all of sports, not just the NFL.
Oh, absolutely. And it has more of kind of like a college football vibe, right? There's rivalries. The fans kind of they hate each other. They're yelling at each other. They're throwing things in the field. It has a little bit more of a college arch enemy, arch rival type of vibe. And I think that's why it's so fun to football fans all across the league. Whether you're a fan of a team in the East or not, when those two teams are on and they're playing each other, you want to tune in.
The Giants offense ready to take over once more. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten to stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
The break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's in! Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. That his second touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Gano on to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Giants will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here's Turpin. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Cowboys first down. First and
Dak been throwing here on first down. That one pinballs around, but is incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
the coverage by Micah McFadden.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll throw again. Dak. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, Prescott to the air. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. A signal, timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be from 56 yards away. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good, the hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We enjoyed it so much last week, the EA folks said, hey, come back, let's do it again. So here we are, week 2. Let's get after it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And it's Scary Terry McLaurin. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. A 55-yard touchdown. The Commanders even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And it's Aaron Rodgers, had Devontae Adams for all those years. Now he's got DK Metcalf. 16 yards on the touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get down to Miami, the Dolphins hosting the New England Patriots. And it's Tua Tagovailoa. One of his 2 touchdown passes here in the first half. The Dolphins looking for a 2-0 start. They lead at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Cowboys offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London when I played for Carolina.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Dexter Lawrence, he gets into drop in for his first sack of the young season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, Prescott. Left side, caught by Lamb. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and
Dak to throw. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. They get 19 on that pass play. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Cowboys have a first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Dak going to give this to Blue. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, here's Dak. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. And he will get into the end zone. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. That is first touchdown of the new year. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Montrell Washington now on the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Giants offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll go play action here with Dart. Off he goes.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Here's a handoff to Scatterboo. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Scatterboo. And he'll be brought down to 45. Donovan Ezeraku there to make the play. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the give, Scatterboo finding room to the 20. And strong running there as they're finally able to bring them down. They get 21 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart, that one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them,
and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Cam Scatterboo. Touchdown, Giants. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now, Gano for the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
To kick off for New York.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Short kick taken at the 17. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, man, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. On play action, it is Dart. Forced out wide. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Throwing is Dart. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Looking to throw, it's Dart. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. When that defender just flat out drops the ball, and he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Scatterboo. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. play fake. Here's Dart. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll try to run for it with Scattergood. And the Giants going to be set up with first and goal. They're able to convert on that 3rd and 3. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Now, faking the give, moving to his right. That is caught side of the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all off-season long to start your season and build some early momentum.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
The Cowboys offense about ready to take over once more. First down, Prescott will get this out wide to Tolbert. And they will finally run him down.
A gain of 36 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Pistol now for Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
To the air again. Prescott. To the goal line and in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is 2nd TD catch of the season.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
On the give, it's Scattergood. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping to his left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
On 3rd down, here's Scattergood. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Giants.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Giants first down. A gain of 12.
They'll go again with Scatterboo. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So a road win here for the Giants. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.